Please, I have no more model kits. Stop breaking in. I don't know why you keep doing it. I just want to tinker around in my workshop in peace. Is that too much to ask? Wait. Oh, what are you doing? No, no, no!
Dramatization may not have happened.
Hello. Hope everyone is going well. A little apologies for the late video. I've been a bit busy in recent days, and that's something we can probably go over a bit in due time. What I'm showing off today in the Tooru workshop isn't really something that I'm building or putting together, but it's something that I'm fixing. See, I'd found a big issue with my keyboard recently. A few of the keys weren't working at all. So I said to myself, why don't I take the opportunity to replace the switches on this hot swappable keyboard, because that might fix the issue altogether. In hindsight, it really wasn't a clever decision to immediately buy keyboard switches and attempt to self-diagnose a problem that might not even be caused by the keyboard switches. It would have been much more prudent and easier, to be honest, to simply return the keyboard through warranty and get a new one. But even though I am prudent in some ways, I'm rather impetuous and over-eager in others. Normally, I pride myself on taking the time to consider things before making decisions. Slow and steady wins the race, right? But there are times where I do jump on the first option in front of me instead of waiting to consider my hand. Sometimes it ends up being a poor decision, other times it pays off, and most times it's a combination of the two. But hey, that's life. We need to wear the consequences of our decisions and understand that all things change over time. See, one thing that's changed for me recently is my position. I'm still at Turtle Corp. You can't truly leave the firm. But what I do in my daily life has changed significantly compared to even a couple of weeks ago. Change is daunting, and if I'm honest, there are moments when I wonder if the benefits outweigh the discomfort of starting over. See, I was pretty content in my previous role. That's not meant to brag. I know a lot of people out there aren't content with their lot in life. I just don't think there's too much brag-worthy about being underpaid and overloaded with the responsibilities beyond what you signed up for. But it was something that I had acclimatized to. The devil I knew, if you will. I actually had friends, co-workers, acquaintances, people that I talked with on a daily basis that helped to make the work feel meaningful. And this idea of willingly walking away from something that you were okay with for something that you might not be okay with is a risky proposition. I wasn't expecting the adjustment to hit me so hard mentally. It's definitely not the first time I've ever moved jobs, and it probably won't be the last. But even though I still keep in touch with many people from my old place, I've already met up with 2 people since leaving, it's just not the same. And while I struggle with the responsibilities of the new role, as well as adjust to the new team, learn how to do the role properly, and break down several years of adapted working habits now that they're no longer relevant, it's important to keep in mind why I'm doing all of this. Like most people, I don't really have the chance to work on what I'm truly passionate about. I work to make a living, hopefully a comfortable one. And while I become more confident in my job, I'm hoping this also translates to being more comfortable and confident in myself outside of work as well. See, the goal is, as always, to improve myself and to work towards being the best version of myself that I can be in that moment. In saying that, everybody defines their best self differently. And my best version of myself is a Tooru that buys VTuber merch, proudly displays it on his shelf, and doesn't get laughed out of the room by a hypothetical future partner. So it is very much a case of your mileage may vary. So what does any of this have to do with keyboards, you might ask? Not a whole lot, honestly, except to say that one of the reasons I enjoy the hobby of PC building and tangentially branching out into keyboard modification and the like is because it's a process of creation and self-improvement. I'm modifying a keyboard to try and fix its issues and improve it. And the general process of putting something together with your own 2 hands to create something that is greater than the sum of its parts, for me, is truly fun. And I'd like to think that my hobby of building small things is able to be replicated with me as a whole, that I'll improve, that I'll add or strengthen facets of myself that make me a better entertainer, a better VTuber, and a better person. whether it takes me, Tooru, to a spot that's special or not, that's really secondary. See, there is joy in the process in itself, and I hope you're all here to witness that in the weeks, months, and years ahead. And now for the main course, some keyboard typing audio. I unfortunately didn't record the visuals, so you'll have to settle for this stock turtle image instead of seeing my fingers deliver the ASMR. Probably for the best now that I put it like that.